When you want to create a new presentation in PowerPoint, you can do so using the New Presentation task pane and then using a predefined template or use an auto content wizard. The template will allow you to put in your own information but give you backgrounds and designs along with fonts. Taking a look at a couple of them, we see that we have different backgrounds along with different fonts. If I go back and choose from Auto Content Wizard, the wizard will open up and we'll be able to answer a couple of questions that will get us to a presentation that has some auto content in it. This will help us to form our ideas for our presentation. I'll click Next and then do a corporate financial overview. Click Next. Make it an on-screen presentation and click Next. Give it a title. Finances. I can choose some items such as a footer, the date that it was last updated, and the slide number included in the footer. Click Next and then Finish. A slide opens up with a template as a background, choosing my fonts, and then giving me some predetermined slides with some information. I can then go in and edit any of these text boxes to put in my own information. You can change the layout of a slide after you've created the slide. Make sure that the slide is showing in the slide area, and then go to Format and Slide Layout. When the task pane comes up, you can choose from one of the layouts that are available. Your options are Content Layouts, Text and Content Layouts, Text Layouts, and Other Layouts. I'm going to choose an Other Layout, and when I point to it, a little dialog box comes up telling me that it is a title, text, and clip art layout. I'll click on it, and that layout is now applied to my current slide. I have a title, text, and a clip art area where I can click to add clip art to my slide. Now that I've changed the layout of my slide, I can choose another slide to change the layout for, and then when I'm done, I can close out the task pane so that I have a larger area to work on my slides once again. You can also change the template of a design when you're working in your presentation. For instance, right now I have this template assigned, and whenever I incorporate a new slide into my presentation, it automatically gives it this template, the purple text at the top and the little graphics in the corner. However, if I want to change the template for my slides, I can go back to Slide Design and Design Templates. I can then choose a different template, such as capsules, and click on it, and it will add that not only to the new slide, but to any other slides that I've already created, changing not only the font color, but using the appropriate style as well. PowerPoint has the ability of importing information from a Word document and creating slides from that information. I have created a rough outline for my presentation in Microsoft Word. I'm going to save this and then close it and then create a new presentation in PowerPoint. I'll go to Insert and choose Slides from an Outline. My outline will be the outline that I created in Word, and I'll click Insert. It has now created a new slide for every item that I had in my Word outline. You can do cut, copy, and paste in outline view by just using the outline. If we want to cut a slide, we can just click on it and then go to Edit and Cut, or we can choose our scissors on the standard toolbar, or we can right-click on the slide and choose Cut. Any one of those will remove the slide. If we want to cut a part of a slide, we can expand out the slide, go through to select the information we'd like to cut, and then choose one of our methods for cutting that text. We may need to back up to remove the bulletin and the extra space. If you want to copy a slide, just select the slide and then choose the Copy button on your standard toolbar, go to Edit, Copy, or do a Control-C, or you can right-click on it and choose Copy. Once you've copied it, it will go into the clipboard, and then you can paste it in another area. I'll select slide 8 and then do a paste, and it will paste that slide as slide 9 immediately after slide 8, the one that I selected. Cut, copy, and pasting in slide sorter view means that you're cut, copy, and pasting an entire slide. To do this, you're going to select the slide, first of all, that we want to cut, and then go to Edit and Cut, or we can do a Control-X. We can also use our scissors on the standard toolbar, or we can right-click and cut. When we want to paste the slide, we can find the area where we want to paste it and click between those two slides. With our bar flashing, we will then go to Edit and Paste, or do a Control-V, or we can use the Paste button on the standard toolbar, or we can just right-click in the area and paste. And our slide is pasted. It will automatically take on the new numbering for the area in which it's located, and all other slides will be renumbered and move down to accommodate the inserted slide. If you want to copy a slide, you can just right-click on it to copy, or you can use the Copy button on the standard toolbar, or you can go to Edit, Copy, or do a Control-C. We'll copy this slide, and then we'll paste it here. So now, if I close my clipboard, I'll see that I have 2 slides for performance reviews. That's cut, copy, and paste in slide sorter view. After you've copied a couple of items, your clipboard will automatically open up. When it does, the items will be displayed in the clipboard task pane. It will give you an idea of what's copied by showing you a few words from the slide. Usually it's the heading of the slide. Once the items are on the clipboard, you can paste them in any order. I can paste this item first by choosing a spot and then clicking on it, and it automatically then pastes it for me. I don't have to right-click, I don't have to use a paste button or a key combination, I just have to click on it. If I want to paste this slide, I'll just find my location here and then click on it, and I'll have it here. I can paste these items as many times and in any different order that I want, as long as they're showing on the clipboard. If I'd like to paste all items at one time, I can just find my spot that I'd like to paste them to, and then click Paste All, and both items are pasted in my slide sorter view. When I'm through with all the items that I want to paste, I can click Clear All and it will empty my clipboard. They will no longer be available for pasting until I copy some other items to the clipboard. I can then close the clipboard by clicking on the X. If you ever want to bring up your clipboard without doing some copying, you can just go to View, Task Pane, and then choose the clipboard from the Task Pane items. Whenever you do something to a slide in the form of a cut, copy, paste, or inserting or deleting, you can always undo those items. I'm going to just select some text and cut it. I now have a blue undo button, and it says that I can undo the cut, which was the only item that I did. So if I click here and I undo my cut, I could click here then and redo the cut instead of recutting it manually. So this one will undo and this one will redo. If you have multiple items that you have changed, I'll do several items like moving some text around, bolding some, changing the size, and then I'll go to my undo, and the first thing it will do is show me the last thing that I did, which was a font size change. If I use the drop down arrow, I get a list of all of the items that I have done so far, and I can undo all of them, or I can undo the last 3 or the last 2. I cannot pick things that are out of sequence. So if I wanted to undo the font size and then I wanted to undo the drag and drop, I'd have to undo the bold in between as well. I'll undo these 3 items, and then I'll go to my redo button, and you'll see that they're here for me to redo. I'll just redo the last 2, and I'll leave the font size alone. When you are creating your PowerPoint presentation and typing, sometimes you'll see these little red squiggles underneath your words. That indicates that Microsoft has found a spelling error or a word that it does not recognize in its dictionary. Sometimes these errors are legitimate, and sometimes they are words that just are not in the dictionary. If you want to spell check your presentation before packing it up and using it, you can use the spell checker. The button is located on the standard toolbar with a little ABC and a check mark. You can also find the spell checker under Tools and Spelling, or you can use your F7 key. Once you've clicked on the button or gone to the menu and chose the spelling option, the dialog box will open up, and it will begin to go through your presentation, starting with the slide that you are currently on. It will give you the word that it finds incorrect, and then suggest what you could change it to. You can either choose to ignore it or to change it. If you know that the item is in there multiple times spelled the same way, you can ignore or change all. We'll change this one. It will automatically then move on to the next spelling error it finds on subsequent slides, and we can do the same thing for each of those. When we're done, it will indicate that the spell check has been complete, and we can click OK.